Welcome guys. Welcome to Daily Crypto Trading. Today we're going to do a follow-up TA of MultiVAC. And let's just jump straight into it, guys. If you've been following my channel for a few months, you know I've been very bullish on MultiVAC. However, I did see a WYCKOFF schematic pattern formed. As you guys know, I think this is my third or fourth video about this schematic, and we guys are seeing this just unfolding right here right now. So at the moment, like I said, there was a high risk that we saw this. A lot of people didn't believe me. So far it is unfolding. I do still believe we might see some more pain before we see some great gains, but that is just my opinion. If you just look at this schematic, we can actually see this. They're very similar, right? We see this accumulation phase right over here. Then we see that it's a build up to a reaccumulation phase, and then we have the distribution phase where we can see that people are selling off, and then we have the crash. As you guys remember, once we have the crash, a lot of people were confused. There was a lot of thought, all these kind of things. The thing is, this is just pure human emotion psychologically, right? This is nothing more than fear and greed and so on. So what we are, in my opinion, my humble opinion, we are still in a redistribution phase. In my opinion, that is not sure. I believe we still need to get this last kind of push down before we see this sweet accumulation phase, right? Also, if we're looking at this in a TA perspective, we can make a trend line from here and here. It did break the trend line. That is usually not a good sign, all right? So I can go more depth with the TA, but I'm just going to focus on the schematic. If you look at the schematic, the last thing is the accumulation phase. Once we are in the accumulation phase, then we will have a trend continuation for the upside. We are building up for this momentum. All right, guys. Now, I don't know how long it will take. Again, this is more speculative than this is a TA. In my opinion, these schematic are not 100% correct, but they are very close. In my opinion, they have helped me tremendous in the years. And I do believe that is why I still hold MultiVAC, that once we see this pain, we will have some great gains. All right. Might not happen, guys. We might just keep going down. Remember this, there's always a risk in trading. Always do your own due diligence before you invest in anything, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, followed my channel, saw my last video on MultiVAC, you know what the WYCKOFF price cycle schematic is, because I've been explaining it religiously about this. It's really a great tool, easy tool, accessible tool to use, and it will help your trading tremendous. So if you're new to my channel, let me explain, guys. And let me just make a draw like this. Not the prettiest one, but you guys will get the point, I hope. All right. Anyway, so if we just go back, all right. So in this area, as like I said, let me just do something like this. Just hold on, guys. There we go. God damn, that's ugly. Anyway, so if we look at right here, this is the accumulation area, right? This is where people just buy it, hold it, buy it, hold it, and so on. All right. This area we call the oversold. When this token just oversold, the price at the bottom, people are giving up. There's not a lot of hype, and this is actually the best area to buy the token. All right. So this is what we call the build up or the markup, as I was explaining. This is where the demand is something greater than the supply, right? There's a lot of liquidity really good to go into the market. So suddenly the demand is greater than the supply, and we see a price surge to the upside, all right? And it will go fast, and it will that will build some kind of hype, a lot of markup and so on. Now, suddenly we are at the reaccumulation, and then we are at the distribution area, as I was talking about. Now, this area is where is an overbought area, right? This is where people are getting overhyped. There's not a lot of thought. Ethereum state, people think they're going to get rich and so on. The big players, on the other hand, they will sell. As you guys see, it's going up and then hitting the resistance right here because the liquidity is getting thin, all right? Suddenly, there's so much supply, but a little demand that is going down like this, all right? This is typically where you have to sell, or not have to, but where a lot of people pretty much just sell. The smart players, I would say, not the smart players, the smart, how is politically correct? Oh, you guys know the point. The smart investors pretty much know, or the big players know how to use this schematic, because as you guys see, they will just, as soon as people buy, they will sell, all right? And then we see the mark down, all right? This is, like I said, where the supply, there's so much supply, but so little liquidity. So the supply is greater than demand that we see a mark down, right? We don't want to see any build-up markup. We're going to downside, all right? And this is a perfect price cycle for the WYCKOFF. As you guys are seeing, it's just unfolding. It's a one-on-one from the textbook. So that is why I do not believe we are done yet. We are soon at the accumulation area, in my opinion, where we're going to accumulate before we see some upside. And that is a big if we still have a bull continuation. Now, this is important to understand. Everything follows Bitcoin, all right? Especially micro cap altcoin are highly correlated with Bitcoin. And a fast look at Bitcoin, not that because we're going to go in depth for Bitcoin, but if we look at Bitcoin, it is actually looking bullish. All right, now this can change tomorrow or on Monday when the traditional market opens with the SPI or SPY and so on. But at the moment, as I am seeing it, it is looking pretty bullish. We don't have a lot of volume yet. We're not over the 50-hour side, but we are oversold, and the MACD are showing a turning point for this. All right, so I do believe we will see some bullish momentum for Bitcoin, which usually, not that we will get a big boom to the upside, right? That will just destroy the altcoins. That will be a bad thing for the altcoins, good for Bitcoin. However, I do believe we will slowly see some upside. We have some resistance at 44,000 and so on. Next resistance will be 47,000, but it is looking good. All right, guys, in my opinion. I'm not going to get the depth. I will make a separate video on this. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance, altcoin dominance, Ethereum, and of course the stablecoin dominance, we are seeing that Bitcoin dominance is actually making I was going to say falling wedge, but a rising wedge. Usually a rising wedge means there's a lot of resistance, and then we will have some breakdown. Now, what does that mean for the altcoins? Well, if you look at the altcoins dominance, that is pretty good. So we have a falling wedge. Well, not a falling wedge, but more bullish pendant in my opinion. And that usually means we have seen some upside for the altcoins. So when Bitcoin's dominance goes down, altcoin dominance goes up. Now, what does that mean for MultiVAC? Well, for MultiVAC, especially in the short term, that means we might get some gains. So we might go down here before we see some gains. All right, guys. Now, remember, this is a probability game. There's a high outcome. I will say 70%, 75% probability that this outcome might happen, and 25% this might not happen. This is only a probability game, guys. Nothing more, no guarantee, anything like this. But in my opinion, this is looking good. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy my content. If you enjoy my content, hit that subscribe button. I will try to make video more often. If you've been following my channel, subscribe to my channel, you guys know that I just had a kid 2 months ago. So my life has been a bit busy, but I will try to come back. Again, I've been here for several years. I will not go away anywhere. I will still be here. If that goes 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, I will still be in crypto because it's making me a huge amount of money. Just being patient. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, see you next time.